Aloha, Rich Alverson here. This is ITS227, and I'm continuing on with Chapter 6. I'm going to start with challenge 6.5, which is loops. There's while loops in Python. There's while loops in JavaScript, just like you'd think as we review the syntax here. And it's the same in JavaScript. They have this thing, statements that are like this. Do we have that in Python? I can't remember. Anyway, so make sure you go through this to get all the points and get the solution. Okay, we're doing a while loop here over add increment num weeks. There's do while loops too. Do while. With do while, you always do it at least once, and then while this is true, you go back and do it again. So obviously, something in the loop should make this become false sometime, because if it's true, it's going to keep on doing it. Whereas a regular while loop, the test is at the top. So while this is true, so with a regular while loop, it's possible that you never execute what's inside the block. Whereas with the do, you're always going to execute at least once. Oh, okay, and then there's for loops, just like in Python. There's more fancy stuff, ranges and all that in Python. There's not that in JavaScript. JavaScript is like every other language. There's some sort of initialization variable, and then you keep on looping while this condition is true. And each time you loop, this is the expression that you do to increment to change the variable that you're testing the condition on. So for example, this is I equals 1 to 4, including 4. And this is what increments I each time there's an iteration. Yeah, so it's just like that. All right, so let's see what these. There's the break and continue statements. There's similar ones in Python. All right, let's do this challenge thing. Write a while loop that multiplies user number by usernum while usernum is less than 50, while this is true. Display after each multiplication, so that means that I have to make a block here. I'm going to, after each multiplication, usernum multiplied by 2, and then display it. So while usernum is less than 50, usernum equals usernum times 2, and then output the console. I'll output the number to the console. Is that right? Ah, yes. Very good. All right, what's next? Do a while after next. Write a do while loop that counts up from number to 6. Do while. Okay. Do something that counts on number it counts up from number to 6. Number to 6. It counts up if number is 3, then the output is, well, okay, so we're going to increment number, and then we're going to print number. But you notice that okay, and we're going to do that while number is less than or less than 6. Yes, less than 6. Okay, now let's make this better. And okay, so but we need to print it. I think we need to print it before. We need to, because it comes in as 3, and we need to print it, and then we're going to increment it, and we're going to do this while number is less than or equal to 6. No, it's going to end at 6. So, okay, I think this is right. Why? Because the first time it comes in, it's going to print 3, then it's going to go 4. And then when this thing increments to 6, it hasn't printed the 6 yet. We have to print the 6. So we want the while to include the 6 because we want to print the 6. Then when this prints a 6, this is going to increment to 7, and then it's going to quit. So I think this is right. Yes. There. All right, what's next? Brooke is trying to save money. Over the next 15 months to purchase a plane ticket to Australia. Every month, Brooke saves $200. Write a loop that displays how much money Brooke will have saved at the end of each month for the next 15 months. So we go for I equals 0. Let's do that. All the way up. While while I is less than 15, I plus plus. While that's the case, write a loop that displays how much money Brooke will have saved at the end of each month. Okay, I guess I say account balance, add monthly deposit, and then print it out, I guess. Console log account balance. Like, all right. So it's going to print out. Okay, let's see this. That's right. That's nice. Okay. Oh, that's it. All right. Okay. So what's next? We just did loops. Functions. Let's do functions. Okay. There's functions in Python. Yes. There's functions in Python. So here you define a function with the word function. In Python, it's def, function name, and then you have this self, then they comma. Yeah, it's more complicated in Python, actually. Here you just say function name, and then you say the parameters. Remember, inside when you're defining a function, those things in parentheses are called parameters. And when you're calling a function, those things in parentheses are called arguments. So anyway, so you define it like this. So here's a function that sums x plus y plus z, and blah, 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 the same thing, okay? Just like in Python. Okay, so go through this and you'll see the same thing. You'll understand that, the same thing. Let's just skip right to the challenge, which is call the year-born function with argument 1991. Okay, so here's a function. It's called year-born, and it prints that out, and then we're supposed to call it. So how do you call a function? You go, I'm just trying to refer back to it. Okay, so it's not ending. All right, well, anyway, it's so what am I doing? So I'm just going to say it's not returning anything. So I'm just going to say year-born. 1991. Okay. Yeah, very good. What's next? Declare and define a function. Okay. You do that by going the word function. It's a keyword function. Okay. The keyword is function. So you go function, and it's called display mode. Display that displays multiple parameters. So two parameters. So tell me what to name the parameters. Okay, P1, P2. That's what I'm going to what the function does is it displays the console log P1 times P2. Does that work? What am I missing? All right, let's not be so. Let's see. This should go down. Oh, this should go down here. And then should I not have parentheses after? Guess not. Well, okay, it doesn't like it. Probably would still execute fine, but it doesn't like it. Let's see. Does this work? Oh, okay, good. All right. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I'm supposed to write a function. Function a solve equation and it likes X, Y, and Z and returns the result of X, Y, and Z. Returns. Okay. Return X times Y times Z. Oops, where's the X? I put the X there. It's commutative, so it's okay that I did it that way. Okay, X, Y, Z. Doesn't matter. That's okay. That's written that way because multiplication is commutative. What did I do wrong? Solve equation is declared. Testing function, solve equation. Yours and a differ. Normal function. Wow. Don't tell me this does matter. Maybe it matters. Okay, so, okay. Let's see. Okay, let me try again. And what is the rest of that note? Um, well, I'm not gonna be fancy. I'm gonna put it in this way. It returns the result evaluating the expression x times y times z. Returns x times y times z. Solve equation. Solve equation. Well, all right. So the problem is that, and I just read up on this, is there's in JavaScript there's other ways to define functions. And in Python, we define functions with just a function statement like this, for example, like this, where we define a function. And at the end of this chapter, it talks about functional expressions, function expressions. And so a function expression looks like this, where you're actually defining a variable. Okay, so in this case, we define a variable. We'll display some, and this is what the definition of the variable is. Okay, so it's a function, and by the way, this function has parameters. So, and so it's a function with parameters, and this is what uh, this is how you execute how you assign something to the variable. This is the function call. So you call it just like a function, but it's defined this way. And uh, uh, so there are differences. One is that this variable has to be defined before it can be used. You can't use it you can't do this until this happens, but then this can also change. That's it's just a variable, and you can reassign the variable as a value to change the function. And it's the same name. So it's got some advantages. Anyway, so if we go back down here, it says the function expression. See, I didn't see that keyword. And so my solution has got to be, try again. Okay, it's got to be let solve equation equal function with these three parameters, and then I could have left those out of order, but I'm just going to do this and see what happens. Okay, that's better. Somehow it tests it. All right, what's the last one? Assign a variable madlib to a function expression. Okay, so I've got let madlib equal equal a function. Learn something that has 5 parameters in this order. Adjective, noun 1, noun 2, verb, and adverb. It's got those parameters, and what this thing does is it should return a Mad Lib string value by substituting the parameters into the following template. All right, so I'm just going to go. Do I return this thing? Okay, return. Return. What I'm going to return is adjective plus space plus noun 1 space adverb space plus verb plus plus noun 2. And then close the block. All right, adjective, noun 1, adverb, verb. All right, let's see. Try again. What did I miss? Oh, I missed the. Sorry. Is it the same? Yeah, I guess. The base. Now, oh, I forgot the period. Yeah. Here, well, you can fix it. Okay. All right. And so that's pretty good. This is a pretty long video. I will continue with the next one, which should be 6-8. Okay. Thanks for watching.